Yeah, how you doing, Benjamin? This is Wayne from Virginia.
Wayne, how's it going, man? Good to hear your voice. How's everything?
I'm doing all right. I just thought I'd give you a call because I had a compliment and I did want to share a few things for you. Hopefully, there's enough time, but
Okay, go
just
for
wanted
it.
to share a few things with
For sure, go for it.
you. Okay. First off, the show that you did, I believe it was yesterday. The majority of it, you talked about the Las Vegas shooting, and
Yeah.
I had to listen to that video twice because it was that good. Because literally everything you said, I agree 100% with. So I just wanted to say a good job on that particular video. And
Thanks, man.
more than likely, I'm gonna watch it again.
For sure. Thanks, man. I appreciate that.
And I also wanted to share a few things. Um, I've been following politics since 9/11. I believe I told you this before, but I just wanted to give you a little something different that may surprise you. But I've been following politics real closely since 9/11 and
Mhm.
really since the election last year. When I say I'm really on the political scene, I'm really on it. You know, I listen to your show and other shows. I mean, I read the New York Times, the Washington Post, Bloomberg Politics, you know, you name it. I'm on it, and I'm on it so much to the point of obsession. That's how much I, you know, pay attention to
For
everything,
sure.
you know, regarding what's going on. And and the one thing that I can say that Donald Trump did for me, even though I clearly didn't vote for him, the one thing that I can say he did for me is motivate me to want to pursue a career in politics because I do want to, you know, get involved and
All right.
make a difference, you know.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. You can't hear it, but I'm giving you a round of applause. I think that that really matters, man, because we need people. It's the people's public service is done by the people. And a lot of times we think it's people who are more, educated or rich or whatever. And those are the are attorneys, maybe you have education, but you don't have a law degree. Like I don't have a law degree, but and you underestimate your ability to contribute to the national conversation. And that's exactly the wrong thing to think, right? We absolutely need everyone across the spectrum, people with master's degrees and PhDs down to people who didn't even go to college, people who went to trade school. We need that entire spectrum. And so if Donald Trump did that, at least we could say thanks to Donald Trump for being so horrible that he's encouraging people to jump into this fight to do the right thing, man. So Wayne, thanks so much for sharing that, man. I'll let you get the last word real quick.
Okay, yeah, like I said, he did motivate me to want to get in, get involved and do some things. And honestly, I am a hip hop fan to the death. Hip hop is in my blood, but I could never really figure out exactly what I want to do. Everyone would ask me, okay, so you're into hip hop, so what is that you want to do? And the only answer that I could give them was, I want to be behind the scenes, but I could never give them a real true description as to what path I wanted to take. But when I made the decision that I wanted to pursue a career in politics, and trust me, it took me months to even come to that conclusion because I really thought about, okay, do I go with my first love, which is hip hop, or do I go with my new passion, which is politics? And after when all of the options and looking at where I wanted to go, eventually politics did come into play. And the ultimate goal for me personally is to actually become a member of Congress. That's the ultimate goal for me right there.
Hey man, hey, like I said, go for it. We need you. We need everyone. Hey man, Wayne, thanks so much for the call, man. Best of luck with everything.
Thank
you. 857-600-0518. Ryan in the chat room said, "Go where you are called, brother." Listen, I used to run one. I used to want to run for office. But I mean, you guys could probably tell I come from like meager means. Like I don't even come from the upper middle class. I don't even come from the middle class. Like we come from the lower middle class. And at sundry times we fell into poverty, like just straight up poverty where we're sitting in, the WIC line, that's how I came up. So, I never grew up with, outside of my general smarts, which I'm lucky enough to be smart, right? I don't take it for granted and I don't dismiss it. Like, I'm fucking brilliant. Okay, great. But I didn't grow up in an environment that actually could send me to Harvard. I grew up having to fight just to get accepted into the damn magnet program. I'm going somewhere with this. Stick with me. And so all of my aspirations for running for office, that I got, they came like later in my life. They came in my 20s, when most people, they're being groomed for that they're being groomed for that in middle school, and they're being groomed by their well-to-do parents. And so, in reality, I realized that, okay, it may not be for me to run for office, but I can do what I can do, right? I can do this. I can do this media. I can do this. You can talk to the audience and encourage people. And so when people listen to the show, and whatever you may hear me say that may trigger you to get involved, then I know that I'm doing my job. And so I say this to Wayne and to anyone else, all of us have a role to play, and we need every single one of us to be in that role. And that role really so much, I can't stress enough. We need more people involved politically on the national level and on the local level. I mean, on the everyday level. It's fine for this to be an obsession. You know why? Because it affects every single aspect of our life, without question. Every single aspect of our life is affected by politics. And so when people say, oh, it's not the time to talk about politics, that's a damn lie. That's a damn lie. Every single day is a day to talk and discuss politics and policy, and not just the game, right? Here's where it's very important for us to delineate between actually making a contribution to the body politic and just participating in another sport. Because a lot of times, and I can't say that I'm guilty of it, but I can say that it's my guilty pleasure. I do enjoy the horse race of politics. For me, election night is like the damn Super Bowl squared. Like and I don't care if it's a special election night. Like for me, it's my I just said what it was, and I can't even remember the phrase, but it's my guilty pleasure that I enjoy politics as a horse race. However, that is not the level of participation that we need from you, the people. We need people who are involved in the local politics and changing their community. Like people who are just as interested in who's going to be mayor of their city as they are interested who's going to be the president of the United States. Just as interested in the changes and the ordinances in your local city and the municipalities as you are policies on the national level. We absolutely need that. And then we need people who see the horse race. Fine. I'm not knocking you, because I love the horse race. See the horse race, and they can see CNN style politics where they're putting people up to fight each other, and it becomes a really good sporting event. Like, who's going to win? He bobbed and weaved, right? That kind of sport with politics. But we also need you to see how that is detrimental to actual progress, and how these routine and entertaining conversations never really change anything. It just rehashes and recycles and regurgitates the same talking points. Quite literally, I can sit back and predict what the next person is going to say on CNN, depending on who the individual is, because there are certain roles and characters that they want to be filled. And so I say all of that to say is we all have roles that we need to play, and we need to be mindful that as we are obsessed with politics, that we are not only obsessed with politics, but we're obsessed with actually getting stuff done. And once you get the mindset of let's get stuff done, then you start seeing through all the bullshit that's on television, and you realize that they're not really interested in making progress. They're interested in ratings and entertaining us.